A very warm welcome to my video class, my dear students. This is Parsa Khatun J. Inamdar, lecturer in biology, working in St. Joseph PU College, Vijaypura, having a 16 years of teaching experience. So, now without any further ado, let us start our first bridge course session, that is Introduction to Biology. So, this is the first class of biology. My dear students, in your 10th standard, you have studied science subject, complete science subject in only one textbook. So the textbook comprises of physics, chemistry and biology together. So single book has got three different branches of science which you have studied in your 10th standard. But in the 11th and 12th, that is PU1 and PU2, you are going to study these all the subjects separately. So every subject will have their particular textbook and particular syllabus. So today's session I will be dealing with the introductory part to the biology. Everybody is aware of the word biology. It's not new to you as you have chosen a stream science. So you may be aware, you have already studied about the biology, chemistry and physics in a single textbook. Here the difference is that the same concept. You have studied their reproduction, you have studied their evolution, hereditary, neural control and coordination, life process, etc. etc. in a basic way, like superficial way. Now in the first PU and second PU, you are going to study all these concepts in a very deeper way. So you have got a separate book for biology. So let me start the introduction to the biology. So the question arises in your mind. The first question is, what is biology? So to start any discussion, you know, we usually ask when you introduce yourself, we'll usually ask what's your name. In the same way, when we are going to start a separate, you are going to study a separate branch of a science, that is biology. We should know first what is biology. So what is biology? The word is a combination of two Greek words. It's not an English word. It is a Greek word. It has taken from a two Greek word, that is bios and logos. Bios is life and logos is to study. As you can see on your screen, I have mentioned. You can note down simple notes if you want. This will help you out for building up your basic knowledge, my dear students. Biology is the science dealing with the study of living things. Biology is going to deal with the things which have got life. We are not going to deal the things which doesn't have life. We are going to deal the things which have got life. Plants, microorganisms, unicellular, multicellular, almost all the things which have got life. Lifeless things will not be seen in biology. So we are going to study in detail about the things which have got life. So another definition which is being given by some other people, whichever is easy for you, you can remember. So bio means life, logos means to study. So biology is the study of life, you can say the study of living things. Both are similar. And the person who studied the biology is known as biologist. Okay, a person who is deeply studying how the plants are made, why the plants look green in color, why there is a different color for the different flowers, how the fruits are being ripened, which are multicellular organisms, which are unicellular organisms, some of the organisms which we cannot see with our naked eye. Okay, some organisms are living in the water, some organisms are living in the air, some are water dwelling, some are desert, some are living in the desert. These are the questions you are going to get the answers in biology itself. So deep knowledge of the biology, a person who is going to study deeply about biology, we call it as biologist. A person who studied biology is known as biologist. So let me try to understand the eminent personalities of the biology who have contributed their contribution to build up the branch of a science called biology. So let me tell you about the first person who is known as father of biology, Mr. Aristotle. Mr. Aristotle is said to be father of biology because he has classified the living things. As we know that biology deals with the living things. So Mr. Aristotle, he was from the Greek. He was a philosopher, first person who has classified the living things as to air, land or water dwelling. So the living things can be classified. The living things on the basis of where they are present, whether they are present on air, land or water dwellers. So he classified almost all the living things based on these categories. So he was the first person who started the classification. So he was known as father of biology. He has written a book also. He is also known as father of zoology. Fine. He has written a popular book which we refer to study the biology, that is Animalia. Okay, Animalia. Now coming to the next person, Galen. He is a Greek physician, first to dissect apes and pigs. So he is known as father of anatomy. Anatomy is, you are going to study the internal structure of your body. So you are going to dissect it. You are going to cut off the body and you are going to study the internal parts. So the first person who has dissected an animal like apes and the pigs is Mr. Galen. Please note down these. This will help you for the competitive exams. Now coming to the next person, next eminent person, Andreas Vesalius made the first dissection on human anatomy. As Mr. Galen, he has dissected the animals like apes and pigs. In the same way, Mr. Andreas Vesalius has first person who has dissected on human. So he is discovered the comparative anatomy. He compared the anatomy of animals and human beings. Coming to the next person, William Harvey. I hope you know the name of this person. You might have studied in your 10th standard during the class of circulation. Your teacher might have said William Harvey showed conclusively that the heart pump blood and the blood circulation was discovered by Mr. William Harvey. So hats off to all these people. Because of them we have studied all these things in detail. Coming to the next one, that is Marsilio Malpighi. He is an Italian physician and an anatomist, founder of microscopic anatomy. So he has contributed towards the microscopic anatomy. So the animals or the organisms which we cannot see with your naked eye, which we have to see it through the microscope, that is being studied by Mr. Marsilio. Coming to the next one is Antony van Leeuwenhoek. Might be this name also might have appeared in front of you before, because everybody is aware of your microscope. Everybody knows what is microscope. It is a device which is used to see the microorganisms, the organisms which we cannot see with our naked eye. That organisms can be seen through a machine, through an thing we call it as microscope. So Anton van Leeuwenhoek, first to use microscope, he discovered the microscope and microorganisms such as protozoa. Everybody know what is protozoa? Single cell animals. Okay, amoeba, paramecium, euglena comes under protozoans. Okay, so he was the person. Next, coming to Mr. Charles Darwin. Everybody knows about him. Might be in your evolution chapter, evolution. Okay, you might have heard his name. Charles Darwin wrote the book on the origin of species by means of natural selection. He is known as father of evolution. Okay, he has written a very popular book called Origin of Species. In that he has explained many concepts which we are seeing it now, like survival of fittest, okay, and natural selection, etc. So Charles Darwin has contributed in the field of evolution. So my dear students, these were the people who have contributed. So more people are there. We'll discuss it when in our further classes. So you have to know about all these things. So in our future classes, I'll be dealing with some other factors of the biology, like branches of the biology, why we have to study this biology, scope of biology, importance of biology, and which are the different branches which we are going to study under biology. Thank you.